My name is Rafael Canaval, and you might recognize the city behind me. It's the city of Chicago, where I live. Today, I would like to show you another side of Chicago that you might not be familiar with. Urban farming is actually thriving in the city. Follow me, and I'll show you.
This is Bronzeville, a South Side Chicago neighborhood that civil rights activist Ida B. Wells and legendary musician Louis Armstrong call home, one of the nation's most significant landmarks of African American history. Let's visit Bronzeville Green Line train station on 51st Street. From the train platform, we can catch a glimpse of something that is actually happening on the roof of several buildings in the city. Vegetable gardens are starting to show their green. Few steps from the station, there is a public space where the community has studied to grow vegetables. Community-driven programs like these are helping revitalize the neighborhood. And just next to the station, one can find a 20-foot shipping container repurposed to work as a bike shop. They collect the rainwater to use for their garden beds. Truly brilliant. Neighbors are also teaming to use common spaces to plant vegetables and to compost. You should have seen these boxes in the summer. They were flourishing. And now, I would like to show you my backyard farm. This is where I live. Welcome home. When I moved into this house, the yard was just one piece of concrete. No space to grow anything. As my concept of the perfect summer includes eating fresh tomatoes from the garden, I decided to build vegetable beds on top of the concrete. I needed to see something green. And since then, every summer the backyard flourishes with all sort of herbs and vegetables. And yes, plenty of tomatoes. And quickly after the garden was set, the chickens arrived. I currently have 4 chickens that give me the most delicious and fresh eggs. People ask me how chickens survive winter. I think that they actually enjoy winter very much, as I let them take care of whatever plants are left from the summertime. Chickens have a very thick layer of feathers that keep them warm. They also sleep very close to each other to trap body heat at night. And the spring after the chickens took over the backyard, honeybees found themselves at home on top of the house. I've learned so much from these little hard workers.
And here, on the roof of my house, two beehives. Right now, you don't see any activities because they are trying to keep themselves warm inside the hive. Once the temperature reaches 50 degrees Fahrenheit, they will probably go out and come back. This black cover works as a jacket to protect from the winter. This on the top here prevents condensation because if it gets too humid inside, the bees could die in the winter. So, trying to keep them safe.
This summer, we collected near 35 pounds of honey. A fraction of that honey is used at home, the other part is given to friends and family. We also have plenty of eggs to give away. And the urban farming trend is growing. A neighbor a few houses down the road contacted me this summer as she was going to start beekeeping. She needed some help, and I was more than happy to give her a hand. Let's look at her hives from the alley. Having an urban farm also gives me the opportunity to be more conscious about the environment, specifically around reducing waste. For example, many of the leftover food from the kitchen is given to the chickens and they absolutely love it. Some other waste that is not given to the chickens, including coffee grounds, banana peels, or vegetables that have gone bad in the fridge, are placed in the compost bin. Composting is a wonderful natural cycle that turns waste into a useful product for the garden. As you can imagine, the chickens generate a lot of waste, which is added to the compost bin as well. After a few months, when the compost is done cooking, the product is an organic fertilizer that is added to the garden beds. It's truly fantastic. On the other side, this farm allows me to connect with people in a different level. My friends always ask questions about chickens, bees, composting, etc. Some of them have started their own vegetable gardens already. and they're loving the experience as well. I've also learned to manage my time, to be inventive and efficient, to create things like this water air for the chickens. I've learned so much. Thanks for your time, and don't hesitate to contact me if you have any question.